Yo, so we cracked the code real quick. We finally figured out what separates all these clippers and what makes a huge difference in this day and age, man. And it's not the clippers that make a difference so much, the internals, but it's more so the blade. There's a reason why this clipper is still relevant and it's still considered a good clipper. It's because it has a good blade. That's just the simple truth behind it. You know, you can see these mechanics here are outdated. They ain't really got nothing too crazy or fancy going on. Super loud rotary motor, but the magic is within the blade. You can see we got a staggered tooth blade there, and that kind of creates a textured effect. Sorry, got a dirty machine here, but yeah, that's just the you know, the fact of the matter is that it all comes down to the blade. The material of this one is like a carbon steel blade made in USA. I'm not sure if, you know, that matters to you. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm sure wherever TPOB is getting their blades from is capable of doing it, but for the TPOB play, they are using it looks like a ceramic of some sort. You can see, I think it's a ceramic blade that they use, and what I'm talking about is this cutting blade. I'm not sure if that's intentional to keep the heat down, because this clipper does stay a lot cooler than you know, the steel ones. I have a babyliss machine, the babyliss FX, Snap FX that I have, cuts excellent. The blade is very sharp. You can tell it's sharper than this blade. And I think that one might be a titanium, like, steel blade or something too. But the only thing that really matters now, and we cracked the code now, is that you know, it comes from the material of the blade. That might be, we definitely cracked the code, man, because we know that these Chinese companies are able to produce a very, very good machine, because this is going toe-to-toe with you know, it's going toe-to-toe with all the clippers that are in the American market right now. It's better than them. It's better than the babyliss. Overall, the price is it's fairly priced. You could charge JRL prices for this machine, because it's exactly the JRL machine, but in a different housing, and that's a good thing, because JRLs have tons of great reviews. Some people love them, some people hate them, but the only reason why people don't like them, I don't even think they realize it, is maybe because of the blade. Me personally, I don't mind it. I can finesse it. I know how to make it look better. You know, and you can learn that, but then there's some blades, you know, that might perform a little bit better when it comes to that buttery looking, textured, super blurry fade. You know, like the Magic Clip has a very sharp stagger tooth blade, which is the little blades between, you know, you could see it, the little teeth between the bigger teeth. You can see, and that creates a textured effect. That's the only reason why people still even talk about the Magic Clip. It's not about the type of motor it has. It's not about the battery. It's not about the you know, it doesn't have a good lever system. It's just a free lever, so it doesn't have any clicks in the levers. But the only reason why it's still relevant and still can compete and hang and still style in this day and age is because of the blade. And that should just tell you that, you know, the blades are everything on the machines nowadays. We know that VGR is capable of making a 9,000 RPM machine, and it doesn't even come close to the wahl Magic Clip. I mean, yeah, you can cut someone's top hair with, but when it comes to fading and detailing and giving a nice blurry finished tight skin fade, you can tell that you're gonna be working a little bit more for that type of results with some of these Chinese blades that are coming directly from China. Good blade though. This is a chunk blade from Made Show, but I got it from the manufacturer. I didn't get it from him, but it's the same exact thing, same exact little box that the chunk blade comes in, but it doesn't have the TPOB branding. Prices have went up on these because of the tariffs. Yeah, before the tariffs had hit, I paid $15 for this blade versus $35, $40, what he has it for on his site. But yeah, I chose to do directly from the manufacturer. You can look it up. I might be messing up sales for old boy, but you know, I'm for the barbers. I'm not too worried about relationships with anybody, any brands or anything right now, because of the fact that you know, I'm just trying to make this barber content for the real barbers that are out there trying to find the best clipper. And I would say this is one of them, but like I said, the blades just aren't as good as the Magic Clips or some of the other steel blades. But there is some cons when it comes to those Magic Clip blades and those stainless steel blades. Like I said, I have a Snap FX, and my client had told me, he's like, yo, I've never felt your clippers heat up before, ever. And I'm usually using these on him. One thing that I kind of came up with too is that I noticed when I'm fading out smaller spaces, like, you know, like high tapers, I kind of do a little bit better when I use those sharper blades. It just has like a, you know, it just it looks better when I'm doing like a whole skin fade all around the head, tight, high and tight skin fade or something. Like these do great. Just kind of got to finesse it a little bit because the blades aren't as sharp. You can kind of watch YouTube videos on the Onyx blades, the same exact blade, same material. I believe it's some type of ceramic, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know it's not a steel blade. And I know that the steel blades are very sharp, and the steel blades that I'm referring to are some of the ones that I'm saying, like, that are on the Magic Clip, which are made in USA. I'm not sure if these Chinese companies have access to that and are able to provide, you know, high quality stainless steel blades, but still stay cost efficient for somebody like TPOB trying to flip them, you know, and make a profit off of them, you know. But yeah, you could still finesse these and come up with a really good haircut, you know. But yeah, you gotta really understand that now, is that it don't matter where the clipper company's from, who's making it. We know that a lot of these companies are capable of making high quality motors and levers, and they got customized ergonomics that are great. But it all comes down to the blade. That's it. That's it. Done. Crack the code.
It's real strong. But my haircut, I felt like it didn't come out like my haircuts normally come out, like blurry, blended, when I use my walls. But it also could be that I've been using walls for so long that I'm set, you know, to that clipper. I don't know. But I'm gonna keep trying with these, and